Welcome to the screencast on research journals and hyperlinks in Transana. This screencast is applicable to the professional, multi-user, and computer lab versions of Transana 3.0 and later. You don't need to watch it if you're using Transana Standard or if you're using an older version of Transana. With the addition of support for text data, Transana 3.0 now has the ability to serve as a tool for you to write about your analytic process, record your analytic insights, and even start writing up the research findings that stem from your analysis. If you've watched the screencast on working with notes in Transana, you've been introduced to Transana's system for creating analytic memos by creating notes attached to the different data elements throughout your analytic data. The analytic memos supported by these notes are critical to the process of qualitative analysis, and the research journals described in this screencast are in no way a substitute for creating good analytic memos. Research journals help you take your analytic writing to the next level. Notes are, by design, small-scale and narrowly targeted, attached to specific data items in your analysis. They are about a small piece of your analysis. Research journals are intended as larger in scale, a place where you can write about connections between and across items, where you can write about bigger ideas that come out of your analysis. One of the first things I do when starting a new project in Transana is to create a library I call research journals. I use this library exclusively for documents I create in Transana to meet my larger scale analytic writing needs. I then create one or more blank documents within this library with titles such as progress notes, to-do list, results and findings, or whatever else I want to create to facilitate my analysis as I go along. Now I'm going to do some writing appropriate to this particular research journal. I'll be right back. I've now created a document that describes an overview of the data in this database, which has been built up across the creation of a number of screencasts designed to demonstrate the use of Transana. I expect that the content of your research journals will be much more theoretical in nature. This database is, after all, designed for demonstration rather than theoretical understanding. One of the features that gives research journals their power is hyperlinks. Transana supports adding hyperlinks in documents and transcripts. These hyperlinks can link to specific quotes, clips, snapshots, and notes in your dataset. Adding hyperlinks to a research journal allows you to point to specific key bits of analytic data or analytic memos that support the ideas that you are writing about in your research journal. They help ground your theoretical thinking in the evidence of your analytic data. Let's add a few hyperlinks to our data overview research journal. The process is the same no matter what type of data you are linking. To add a hyperlink, you start by making sure the document or transcript you want to add the link to is open in Transana's interface and is in edit mode. To add a link to a quote, simply right-click the desired quote and choose Insert Quote Hyperlink from the pop-up menu. You can then edit the hyperlink text to say whatever you would like. Although because it's a hyperlink, you can't click on it to position your cursor. What you need to do instead is click outside it and use the cursor keys to get inside the link for editing. To add a clip hyperlink, right-click on the desired clip and choose Insert Clip Hyperlink. Similarly, we will add a note hyperlink by selecting a note, right-clicking it, and choosing Insert Note Hyperlink. To add a snapshot hyperlink, We could follow the same pattern, right-clicking the snapshot and choosing Insert Snapshot Hyperlink from the pop-up menu. That would give us a simple hyperlink that we could edit, just like the previous links we added. But let's not do that. Instead, let's open our snapshot, click here to display the coding key, and then press the Insert Coded Image into Transcript button to drop the coded snapshot image into our research journal. Sometimes you just want to link to a snapshot, but other times it's helpful to include all of the information that the coded image provides. Note that we still get a hyperlink as part of the insertion, along with the image. One reason for that is that it is possible that our snapshot will change as we proceed with our analysis. We could, for example, do additional detailed coding of this image. If we did that, the image in the research journal would not reflect the changes, as it is a static image that gets inserted into a document using the technique we just demonstrated. The hyperlink, however, would open to the altered snapshot. This raises an important point about hyperlinks. Hyperlinks are one-way links. Our research journal knows about a quote, a clip, a note, and a snapshot because we have inserted those links. The quote, clip, snapshot, and note in question, however, know nothing about the research journal that links them. If we rename or relocate the data item the link refers to, the link will still work correctly. However, if the linked data item is deleted, the link will still appear in our document, but will no longer be able to function because the item it links to is no longer present in the database. You should note that research journals are just regular text documents in Transana used in a particular way. That means that you can do anything with them that you might do with other text data in Transana. You can add screen captures and images to the text of the document. If you want to, you can code them by creating quotes from your research journal. You can document them using notes. You can also export your research journal to rich text format files, which you can then edit further in your regular word processor. Just load the research journal in question and then go to the File menu and choose Save Document As. You then provide a location and a file name, to export the document. Please note, however, that when you export a research journal from Transana, that will break the embedded hyperlinks in the document. Hyperlinks to data items in Transana can only function correctly within the context of Transana. So they'll still work here, but they won't work in the exported document. Research journals and hyperlinks can, of course, be used separately. You can create research journals without hyperlinks, and you can add hyperlinks to documents and transcripts in Transana that are not research journals. However, we combine these two concepts in a single screencast because we believe that these two features of Transana complement each other extremely well.